scary it is in the tank.
It's going to get scarier.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Oh, boy. I love it. I love it.
First in the tank is an entrepreneur in the business of chills and thrills.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Guy Kitchell, and I'm a serial thriller from Madison, Wisconsin, and the CEO of Thrill Builders. I'm seeking $250,000 for a 20% share in my company. Sharks, Thrill Builders has created some of the greatest attractions for the largest names in the industry. Everything from escape rooms, mini golf, animated props, haunted attractions, and special effects. We're the best in the biz when it comes to all things thrill-inducing. Now, I love Halloween, but the problem is it only happens one day a year. Why can't it be every day? Well, that's where Thrill Builders comes in. We're building Thrill Factory, a 50,000 square foot indoor entertainment center for adults and kids that actually rocks. Thrill Factory will have 12 amazing activities, like Wizard's Adventure, where kids will use real magic wands to solve puzzles and explore the enchanted forest. Or Hyper Bowling, where interactive bumpers allow you to score points by hitting the moving targets. And of course, our signature haunted houses that let you blast animatronic monsters as you navigate a haunted maze. Our activities are a barrel of fun.
Oh, wow.
Thrill Factory will be fully immersive with attention to detail and incredible theming like only Thrill Builders can do. We know what works, we know what people like, and we know what makes the most money. So, Sharks, who's ready to raise the dead with me and build the next big thing in family entertainment?
Well, phenomenal job. Welcome back, super entrepreneurs, to another Shark Tank business review. I'm Joe Pardo. If you're new here, welcome. We break down these pitches, and it is I actually wrote this down as Thrill House because, well, if you know Simpsons, then you know Thrill House. But Thrill Builders over here, 250,000, 20%. It seems like he's definitely here to make a deal. Hopefully, I mean, it's obvious, pretty obvious to me that it seems like Guy has some experience in doing this type of work. I mean, I did check out the website a little bit, so I see all that he definitely has quite a laundry list of customers. We'll get to the site and dive deeper into it at the end of the video, as well as feature one of your comments from down below in the super community. Also, happy Halloween. We're doing a Super Mario thing, and I was like, it's the Halloween episode. I was already dressed up. And from a trunk or treat, here we go. Why not, right? And it's also No Shave November, so Movember. So we're raising awareness for cancer, for male testicular cancer, and that's what the mustache is about. So it's back, baby. Let's go. My wife's not that happy about it, but anyway, as long as he has some revenue to back it up, and hopefully Guy's got his numbers in order to back up this this entertainment building that he's going to be apparently building, or hopefully already has a place spec'd out, because I mean the Sharks don't like uncertainty, and when you're going to put like a retail or a commercial building in play, there's just so much that goes into it, with between permits and taxes and location, parking, water fountains, bathrooms. Like, there's just so many aspects that you have to take into consideration, that you have to really make sure that you're accounting for all that by the time, and any money you thought it was going to cost is probably going to be over budget. So hopefully Guy's already got all that kind of figured out and has some really clear path for profitability. I appreciate him trying to take Halloween and turn that into more of a year-round thing. I mean, I'm not the biggest Halloween fan. That's more of like my wife's thing. But I don't appreciate the fact that Christmas in the retail world has been like stomping it's stomped over Thanksgiving already, and it is clawing its way through Halloween, which is a huge commercial holiday here for us in the States. I just noticed that my pumpkin in the background is kind of being blocked by my mic. So let me just readjust that. Hopefully it didn't mess up the mic too much there. Anyway, it's great to be back. New little adjustment to the setup here. I'm facing this way now instead of staring at the camera. Didn't really love that much, especially because like I would stare and like at the video, I'm trying to absorb it and think, and the gears are turning, and it just looks like I'm just like staring off in the space. I didn't love it. Anyway, let's get back to the video here.
You other sharks may not know this, but we have had a Blumhouse of Horrors, which is a live event haunted house for many, many years. They're very, very hard to make money at. So my hat's off to you. I'd love to know a little bit more about your numbers that you achieved in the earlier haunted houses that you've already done.
I'll just add to that. Which is why you probably see most things that are tied to Halloween are with farms, because they don't have the overhead that houses, buildings, again, bathrooms, porta potties are cheaper. Well, in the short term, cheaper to either rent or buy and have serviced. So it's like, it's just one of those things, like, to put it, I was thinking, I think it's Universal who is putting something similar to this in Glendale, Arizona. And I want to say there's something also in the neighborhood of this in Vegas as well. I don't know the name though.
Yeah, so we've only done one haunted house. It's called Wisconsin Scaryland. And you're right, haunted houses don't make a lot of money.
No problem.
Which is why we're moving into family entertainment centers, which do make a ton of money. But our haunted house, we had 68 actors, so that ate up most of our budget.
How many nights was it open?
We were only open 11 nights, so you're
Wow.
right. You make a couple $100,000 for the season.
And how much did you spend about that?
No, we probably grossed about $450 and netted under $2.
Oh, that's impressive. Did
That
better
is
than me.
pretty
Got
good.
my hat's off to you.
We've owned our own haunted house. We've owned our own escape room complex, small family entertainment center, and now we're building a big scale one, a 50,000 square foot one.
And are you buying a building, renting a building, leasing a building? How much are you going to have to invest in total? Because that does not sound cheap.
No, our current project is in a mall. And in the 50,000 square feet, our GC work is 1.8 million, and then the whole project will be 7.2 million.
And where's that money coming from?
So we've raised 1.7 million in cash, and I have a loan for 5 million backed by the SBA.
You are a very brave man.
Very brave.
Or you're not.
And the SBA is very brave too. Look, that is a ton of money to have to secure when you have that kind of debt over your head, especially with something that's seasonal, something that you can't move around. Look, obviously, guy made money with his haunted house, right? So he was able to turn a profit, but I'm willing to bet that he had to cut like quite a bit of corners, and some things have to go right to make that work. It's not so easy, to make those metrics work when it's such a tight margin. And such a tight margin of error, you can't afford big issues that were unforeseen. Now, at $7.2 million for the building, that is a lot. I don't even think they talked about specifically where it's going to be, because like that can play a big part of it. But being a family center, we have a couple family centers around here. One of the most notable ones being Dionado Farms or something. It's a bowling alley. They have like a whole outdoor thing. Every holiday they're doing something different. I feel like if it was geared specifically around horror, unless you're adjusting to the seasons to have a reason for families to keep coming out, it might be a little bit on the difficult side to keep it new and fresh for people to want to keep going. I mean, even escape rooms have to constantly are reinventing themselves it seems to me, like from the ones around here, at least every 2 years or so, because people just, get tired of the ones that are out there.
It's one or the other. How much money are you expecting to make?
We project to gross 5.5 mil the first year and ramped
Really?
that up to 10 mil.
And you're selling merchandise and food, and what
Yeah.
else are you doing? Can I do a birthday party there?
We have birthday parties. We have bowling. Hyper bowling is new. It's for little kids. It's got 200 different games that you can play with the bumpers.
What's your ticket price?
There's no ticket price to get in.
No.
It's just per attraction.
Let me get this deal, $250,000 for 20%. Am I getting a piece of your existing business selling scary stuff to other guys, or just this facility? It's a real estate play in some ways.
I'm open to either. So our existing business, Thrill Builders, will do 4.2 million this year in sales.
Yeah.
We did 3.2 last year, and we've done in the last 6 years 12.2 million, and it's profitable
What
too.
did you make last year?
Last year we made 975,000 profit.
And do you own 100% of your business now?
No, I've sold 17% to get the 1.7 million.
Got it.
Guy, let me just clear the deck.
That's not bad.
I'm going to go out, and it's not that I don't believe in you, and I imagine you'll do very well, and there are good numbers associated with it, but it would scare the heck out of me. I don't know a thing about it, so for that reason, I'm out.
All right, thank you.
I think one of the scary things here is to get the 1.8 million he sold. He said 17% already, and here he's selling 20% for 250,000. Obviously, he's there to get a deal. Walking in and asking for the 1.7 he's already raised for that 20%, or even at a deal of like $1.2 million, to 1.25 million, is going to scare the Sharks off, right? Unless multiple ones want to get together and have something go in together on it. But at that point, like you're just slicing up that pie so much, and it's such a huge amount of money to have to invest. Like you could invest that money in other ways to get a return. It is a bit scary that if he does this deal, 37% is already off the table, and at 250,000 isn't really going to put much of a dent in that 7.2 million that he needs to go. I mean, he has it secured through a loan, but I'm really curious as to like what is he specifically looking for in a Shark that is going to be such a game changer, because he's already doing so well. I think selling the experiences to other businesses, it's just like lower overhead, a lot less to go wrong. Like you start talking about family fun center, now you're talking about I gotta hire some adults, some basically what are effectively kids, 17, 18, 19-year-olds, 16-year-olds, depending on what state you're in and all the rules, 19-year-olds, and then have somebody that's going to manage them and all the personalities and everything that mixes together. It can definitely get kind of tricky and put all those systems in place. I mean, obviously, Guy has probably some of those things figured out based upon the experiences that he's made, the Funhouse. But I'll tell you, like, doing something for 11 days is a lot different than doing something for 365 days out of the year.
Well, I'm happy to say if it sweetens the pot, I'm happy to have all of your investment secured by Thrill Builders.
Well, I think I would need that. I mean, I'm intrigued. I have nothing like this in my portfolio. I love real estate.
It's funny, I actually like the business that he had before
Right.
the event. It seems to me like you're biting off way more than you can chew. But I don't have any real estate experience. I have a lot of scary experience. So if there was some way to get ownership of your core business, that's actually
Well, he's
very
willing
interesting
to guarantee,
to me.
but I want a piece of the whole thing.
Well, I love it. I do. I love it. I can see it. I think you need to make this for kids and adults. There's something for everyone.
All right, Guy, listen.
I'm
going to make an offer.
Whoa.
I'm going to make an offer.
Whoa.
I'm going to make an offer.
Whoa, Nelly.
And make you a commercial
I think it's
break.
an interesting play on real estate. I'll do the $250,000 for 25%. I'm willing to do the whole thing myself or split it with anybody who wants to split.
I do want to do a deal with you.
But it's the
because
whole business.
I love it. Yeah, the whole business. I would like to do the $250,000. I would do it for 25%.
How about 3 Sharks? Between me and Blumhouse, we have 3 million followers, and on getting people who love scary stuff to your events, we're pretty good at that.
Well,
I mean, you can't go
each
wrong.
with a
I mean,
different
my God,
specialty.
you got it. Between the 3 of us, you got everything covered here.
And
Yeah.
you're raising from 20% to 25%?
Well, if it's 3 Sharks, you got to give us 30, so it's 10 each.
Could you work out a line of credit for our next opening?
Well, I'm interested in going to finance this. If these numbers are real, you're going to come with me to some foreign countries.
I've always wanted to go to Dubai, so.
No, because that's what I do. That's why I'm interested.
Guy,
You
your
gotta prove
numbers
out these
don't
numbers.
add up then, because you said you made $970,000 from Thrill Builders, right? That's in 1 year, or is that lifetime?
No, that was
1
our
year.
net off of 3.2 mil.
Last year, right?
Yeah.
So let's just make it $1 million to simplify it. So for $250,000 for 30%, you're going to write them a check at the end of the year for $300,000 for giving you $250,000.
I know I'm undervaluing the company, but it's very important to me that I get a deal.
Guy, why is it so important you get a deal from a shark? I don't get that at these terms. I don't understand.
Well, it's not the money for this one. It's for expansion. I want to build 9 of these in the next 5 years.
That's the part I like. So if you had this one,
You guys,
You're
why
throwing away
are
your
you
business,
such
guy.
naysayers?
Do the math.
All right, I'm restating the
they're trying
deal
to
here,
unsell our
okay?
deal
Because
here.
they, maybe
I'm
they
not trying
really
to go
wanted
in.
to
I'm
be
trying to
in
help
it.
the guy.
Yeah, no, Mark is 1,000% right there. It does, and I said it already. It does not make sense. This doesn't make sense at all. Hyper undervaluing it to get a deal. Again, the Sharks are anything over 300,000. They start to just, I don't know, but 250,000, 30%. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, guy. It doesn't make sense. Getting to work with Blum, like, yeah, I could see that. I get that, but I don't know. I feel like almost you're better off giving him like 10% on his own for like $250,000. If the plan is to get to 9 or 11 or however many of these, right? I mean, a lot of things can go wrong between having a plan and then getting punched in the mouth and not being able to execute on that plan. But I just don't love that he's giving away so much of his business for so little money. All of the business, not just this future venture.
Okay, so it's the three of us. It's 250,000, 30% for the entire business, and we'll be in it to win it with you together. What do you think? This is so
I'm interested.
exciting.
All right, so you want to raise it to 30%, 10 each. Will you go to 300,000 then?
I do that.
I would do that.
I would do that.
All right, let's have a deal.
300,000.
Yay! I'm so excited. I love
we're gonna
this.
hug.
Yes, I'm thrilled.
I'm gonna give you a
All
hug
right.
too. Great job. Great
I
job.
think
Great
it's so
job.
smart.
He just
No.
gave away 30% of his company for nothing.
Remember the watermelon? The watermelon and the grape?
Exactly, Mark.
Yeah,
No.
watermelon
That's
and the
right.
grape.
You know what? Mark always does this when he doesn't get a deal.
Because he didn't get the
or
deal.
doesn't
He doesn't get the
exactly-
deal.
He's upset.
Yes.
No,
He's
I'm
upset.
not
Jelly.
This is Mark waiting for a deal.
Thank you, everybody. Do I want to give up 30%? No, but I see the bigger picture of Thrill Factory. Rather than capping out our current business at 5 or 6 million a year, we're going to be doing over 100 million a year. And I'd much rather have those Sharks on board and give up a portion to them to make that happen.
Very, very scary.
Yes, for him.
Yeah, they did say it was going to get scary in the tank, and it clearly did. It's. I mean, look, it can go that way. It could get bigger, right? It definitely could go that way, but I just don't. I just don't see it. I just don't. I mean, not that I don't see it getting bigger, but like I just don't see how this deal makes a whole lot of sense in the short term, or it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. All right, well, let's check out the website. So we got spooky videos right up top. Watch us on Shark Tank. So we got Shark Tank sprinkled in. We also got faces because that's what you want. But I want to see more faces of people enjoying the ambiance and the scariness and things like that. I think especially if you're talking about like building a family fun center experience here, turnkey escape room. So is he designing? Oh, okay. So that's, yeah. See, like this does make a lot more sense. Build the escape room, sell the escape room for $44,900. Like how great is that it just works? I've only been in a couple of escape rooms myself. I want to say like 3 of them, and one was the Escape the 80s. You got mini games for $29,000, $39 for $40,000. You got theming, so I guess they have their own props and things like that. Escape pods or escape in time. So that's kind of cool. And then what's this? It was a bowling alley. So I don't see. I guess they aren't necessarily there yet. As far as their own room or the family fun center just yet, but I'm sure that they are. Let's see, laser tag arenas. I mean, they're building like there's just so much to like make money on selling it to somebody else, rather than having to do all the legwork of yourself, of the day-to-day operations and stuff. But they walk you through the steps of what they do to get it all set up. I mean, look, it's not as scalable, right, as maybe getting that family fun center and then selling that, maybe franchising it. That word didn't get thrown around at all. But it's certainly possible. But yeah, you see, check out our list of our clients, which like includes all kinds of people: National Geographic, Halloween Horror Nights. So I guess they're building some of the escape rooms for them. Cedar Point. I wonder if a friend of mine, Patrick, Patrick, if you're watching this video, drop a comment down below. But I'm really curious if you're familiar with Guy, since he's very much in this space. Patrick. So cool. Like I saw, but also no social media on here unless it was under the contact us page. It was under the contact us page. Okay, so that's why I didn't see it. Over on Facebook, guys, 866 followers. We make incredible escape rooms. A little like that since we're over here. And so you got the Shark Tank, just a little bit of engagement. Over on Instagram, we got 2,600 followers. Definitely more engagement going on there. I'd like seeing faces, so I'd like to see people enjoying the things and having a great time versus, but I guess if it's business to business, it's, or B2B, it's not as important to necessarily have faces, but I don't know if there you go. 36 likes, 3 comments on this photo. Check out this body art or body paint art, talent artist, blah, blah, blah. So yeah. So, faces are always better in my book. 44 likes there, 48 likes there, 266 or 262, I can't read, plays over there. Over on YouTube, got 25 subscribers with 7 videos. Videos go back about 5 years. Anyway, Guy, I'd love to have you come on the show for an interview. Just drop a comment down below. Like this one from Beverly, who says, always someone. I think you do a great job. I especially like your positivity. Even when it's not great, you are still kind and respectful. Thank you so much, Beverly. I really appreciate you being a part of the super community, and recognizing the fact that I'm trying to be as genuine, authentic, honest, just all around super person, not only for myself, but for the people around me. And that's what being super really is all about. Not just the super, Mario thing. But I really do appreciate you taking the time to be here with us, learning, as well as I'm getting to learn too, right? That's it's both ways. I was just recently accused of thinking I know it all or something. I don't know it all. I don't. And that's why we do research, and that's why we're here to learn as well as teach. Anyway, I hope you have a great Halloween. I'll see you in the next video over here. Take care. Oh, and I will get to episode 2 of the season. It's just been really hectic. I'm hopeful I can get to it sometime next week. I hope. We'll see. Maybe this weekend if I have some time. Anyway, I'll see you in one of these videos here. Take care and go be super.